What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back. Some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. It's a serious day here. We've got a serious map. We've got some serious players in this game. We've got in the bottom of the map, in the blue color, playing as Zeus. He's from the SOO clan. What does SOO stand for, guys? Let us know. If you don't know, you're not a real Age of Mythology fan. His name is Surtok. His partners today in the purple-pink color. The pink-purple color. The pink and purple color. His name is Miracle. He's playing Poseidon. And in the yellow color, playing as Ra, his name is Nullus. Nullus the wise. Nullus the handsome. Nullus the talented. Nullus the Ra. Their opponents today in the green color, incredibly happy to see Mediterranean, mind you. His name is Gavoth. Their partners today, or his partner, in the teal color, the light blue color, playing as Uranus, his name is Musmeli. And finally, hello? Okay, I think I've said it enough. Spawning in in this color, red color, in the I can't anymore. I can't. How does this happen? How do you do this on purpose if you're Kavoth? Like, if you were a Gaia player, would you do this on purpose? I reckon I would. This goes from the most bonkers start to something kind of average. Like, I reckon Thor with this start could do like a 3 dock, 9 fish, 4 minute advance time. Absolutely insane. But with the trees here, it's like he didn't even get the trees. That's basically what it's like. Anyways, enough about that. It's Ragnaroks. Yes, Ragnaroks. Onwards and upwards. Players going to be advancing soon, I'm sure. Mediterranean is a map about... it's about strategy. It's about wit. It's about teamwork. And most importantly, it's about how fast and how accurately you can make your boats run away from the enemy boats, while also making sure your boats fire at the enemy boats. Am I right? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. Anyways, onwards and upwards, we see Athena coming through for Surtok. Ares coming through for Matrius. No, Ares coming through for Miracle. There was a meme made about me singing a song for Matrius when he clicked. I was very excited. I remember it was a great time. Shout out to I can't remember. Shout out to the meme maker. Anyways, we've got ourselves no advance time from Nullus, just yet gone very, very late here in this team game. In the green color, we do see Oceanus, Gavoth going through. See, that made no sense there in terms of grammar, but I'm sure you kind of... I can't speak grammar anymore. I've lost my ability to. And Musmeli going through Uranus. No surprises there. And we are seeing Freya coming through for Ragnaroks. Onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards. So, what could we potentially see here beyond the archer ships? Now, if you ask me, team game Mediterranean is all about defending and getting your town centers up while defending your fish. If you can get your town centers up while defending your fish, if everyone plays standard, then you find an advantage. So you find the advantage by winning water slightly with teamwork and or playing defensive, depending on how your opponents play. And then you can throw your town center up if you find a slight advantage. It's like 700 resource advantage is enough. You get your second town center, you sit on that, and you find an advantage where that's concerned. Outright winning the water is fairly unheard of at the top level, I would say. As we are seeing the ships moving in onto this position, the Ragnarok's boats retreating away. Thor does have a significant advantage in the early game against Greek because he just has crazy amounts of extra resources due to the Gaia Forest and the Dwarven Gold Mine, but he doesn't have the Dwarven Gold Mine. Anyways, onwards and upwards, we do see the Bareem coming in here. Now, it's going to be in a bit of a difficult position here because he is playing Ra, and he did advance slightly slow here. Now, Ra can do a 4:39 fishing ship advance time, but I think that Nullus went for a few more fishing ship, which is completely fine. There's a world if you have like a Poseidon or a Zeus on your team where you can actually go for an early ceasefire as the Ra, with the Ra on your team, and the Ra can go for a super fast second town center while still producing the cabinets out and find themselves a serious advantage. As we do see the Pestilence coming down on this map for Kavoth as Miracle trying to defend. He's on the attack here. He's not defending. You're on the wrong side as Kavoth going to be chasing these trireme down. Kavoth also just going to simply drop another dock down. He's going to be able to spend all of those excess resources once the timer is gone. Restoration coming down on this position to try and hold this one as Miracle coming in with his trireme onto this position. We see some good micro there from Musameli pulling those boats back, but so too is Miracle microing this to the best of his ability. Unfortunately for Ragnarok, he is playing his Thor. Micro with Thor is relatively useless because of the 0.5 speed reduction that they have, or less speed they have. So you don't want to pull back too often with your Thor ships. You've got an extra point of damage though, so you're doing 3 damage per second more than your opponents. So it is kind of fine to just fight it that way. But now that we see the units coming in, Ragnarok has to retreat back. Going to take a lot of damage here on his retreat path. We do see these units getting taken out. Surtok does get himself out the Odysseus, but we have seen Musameli defending this one nicely as Ragnarok's throwing down his houses all inside of his base. Got these yellow boats here from Nullus being very, very strangely positioned as Kavoth is over here to defend. Musameli over here as well as the cabinets turning around, taking this fight ever so slightly. So many more boats though, it seems, for Kavoth and Musameli as Nullus seemingly has to retreat back. Now, the best thing you can do in these situations is click your cabinets and click your opponent's ships and see how many they've got. So we've got 27 ships for Kavoth and Musameli to only like 18 for Nullus. So that's definitely an unwinnable fight, it would seem, for Nullus. But he's deciding to take this one as he's turning here. He needs to get all the way back to his docks and fight underneath there and hopefully get some sort of a helping assistance out as Miracle and Ragnarok's trying to push this location in. Nullus has to be very careful here. We are seeing Miracle pulling back. So too is Surtok. The teamwork here is not quite working out. They're not on the same page at all as both players deciding to retreat back. We see the Carnivore coming in now as Kavoth and Musameli seemingly have managed to take this down. Now, the time to stop boat production for Kavoth and Musameli, I would say, is now. Both these players need to drop a second town center right now. That would be the ultimate way to convert this advantage and then restart the boat production. If they notice their opponents continuing boat production, you find the second town center, you get a huge advantage where that's concerned. Here we see the Ragnarok's Hursa pushing in onto this position here. The villagers of Surtok get pulled off, losing one villager. Nice play by Ragnarok's to get in here just for Hursa. Seems to be a very, very strong way to play this. We've got a third dock coming up here as the trireme all retreat back. These villagers over here are going to be very, very sorry as the Jason coming back. Could be a potential Odysseus to come out here to defend this one. Nice snipe there on that Hursa from those villagers. We see Ragnarok's pushing in with his Hursa here, but simply retreating back. The town center going to be helping out just a little bit. This villager looking like it will be going down as Ragnarok's not paying attention. Another Hursa going to fall here, it seems. So nice play there from both players. As it seems that now Miracle coming in here trying to hold this. We've got ourselves the Miracle boats over here, the Nullus boats over here, doing their best to try and hold this position. But it looks like the trireme from Miracle too low HP, if you ask me, as they are retreating away. But it's like the boats from the Atlantean players have surrounded the Egyptian Greek boats, and this is going to be a very, very difficult thing for the Nullus and Musameli. Nullus and Miracle boats to really win this one. There's just so many for Kavoth and Musameli, but they still haven't dropped their second town center. I'm a little bit surprised to see that. We see Gaia Bosaw coming through, though, for Kavoth. Kavoth is a very, very economically orientated player, as the Bareem seemingly splitting up here for whichever reason, looking like they want to come over and defend Ragnarok's just a little bit here as Ragnarok's here is back underneath his doxies. Still able to defend this completely fine. I do think that maybe Ragnarok's is trying to micro a little bit too much. You don't have to micro at all with Thor. Just make sure you're dealing damage and you win is the general gist. As Kavoth comes in with his own boats and Surtok and Miracle have to retreat here as now Nullus is ready to start pushing back. It looks like these players have managed to defend all of this. Nullus going to be taking this opportunity to get his own second town center. He does have Deer right on it, so he should be okay there, I would say, as a Carnivore are getting thrown down onto the position as well as a Shockwave here as well, as it seems like that Carnivore will be falling. And the Musameli boats, but they are a little bit outmatched here in this position. Musameli going for a double town center while this is all going on. A little bit greedy, if you ask me, but he's managing to make it work with Kavoth coming in to help out. This town center coming up as well for Kavoth. We don't see a second town center just yet for Ragnarok's, but he's ready to do it. He's got himself the Longhouse, pumping out Ulfsuck over here. He's probably sitting at 115 of 115 population here. If you check that out, he is at 115 of 115 population as he is going to be retreating back here, ready to grab his town center and start pushing ahead. Might need to send something back here to grab this one as well as things continue along swimmingly here as Nullus pulls back to his home base ever so slightly here. The Bareem coming through here to take these ones out as we see these Trireme coming in to the back, and it looks like Nullus is in a bit of a predicament here. Sometimes it's best to just give up water, go in with the farms, cast rain, and see what you can do. You'd have to remember Nullus does still have Shifting Sands, and Shifting Sands is such a big god power in this matchup if I can figure out how to click the buttons. Shifting Sands here, very much available for Nullus. And what you can do with it is you can make siege towers, you can get villages, you can chariot archers, you can go war elephant, Shifting Sands onto the back of this location here and take this out. It's really, really strong. But so too can Thor get in on the back here. There's a lot of open space if you send a random Ulfsuck in here early to just hide out in the back corner for the entire game. But while this is happening, Ragnarok is taking this opportunity to grab this forward town center away from Surtok, who is now only just starting to get his military academy down. All the players still kind of able to grab food from these locations, from these fishing spots. But the big problem is definitely going to be, can Surtok stop this town center from going up or not? It's going to be very tough for him, as we also see the most annoying thing in the game happening right now for Nullus. He sees the barracks. The barracks are up onto his town center. Gaia. We hate Gaia. In this channel, we hate Gaia. Even if we like Gaia, we hate Gaia because Gaia does this and we all get sad. Onwards and upwards. See the Bareem coming in here, going to take down the rest of those cabinets. Miracle needs to give up on this water. He's getting himself his town centers up. The farms aren't yet up for Team Zeus. Zeus, Poseidon, Ra. Would have been nice to see that. Holy farm. Holy farm. That's 19 farms. And that's 25 farms total. That's a lot of farms right there. As the villagers are going to be shanking down this barracks over here, shanking down this one here. We've got the Pharaoh over here trying to snipe down this citizen that's being a menace. Why are you so fast? Stop walking so fast. Look at you, so fat. You're a fat villager. Wait, you didn't kill it. Where's the dead body? And he just continues to be annoying. Things which annoy me. 101. Segment now coming through for Nullus though. He's got one monument up. How many? Wait, 6. How much favor does he have? 44 favor. Two scarabs, Shifting Sands on the back town center here. Kill that off with the villagers. Grab this town center. Take this position. Push back into here. That's the way to go. Why not? Why not go for it? The problem here for Miracle, Nullus, and Surtok is that the Ragnaroks is now going to be sitting on 4 town centers. He's got the forward 3 town centers, but he's got this back one to grab. The thing is, though, that Surtok has got access to Apollo, and just like Shifting Sands, Apollo and Underworld are very, very good. Only Underworld lasts longer than Shifting Sands, so it's even better. However, Greek villagers don't have a pharaoh to make the building shoot up. One thing though, if you've got an Egyptian player on your team, a lot of the time it's actually really good to use your underworld to help the Egyptian player attack rather than the Greek player. Move your army over as the Greek player to the Egyptian, both underworld, and send the Egyptian villagers in with a pharaoh. Really good idea. Anyways, more buildings coming down here for Miracle as they're realizing, yeah, we got to push through this location at some point here. The big problem that hasn't been talked about just yet is we've still got 750 gold in this gold mine, and this entire farming spot is not able to be grabbed because of it. Ragnarok's going to be very unhappy about that one. But Skadi on the way, and the real problem is actually Ragnarok. 3 town center coming, 4 town center with fishing. We are seeing that the Surtok Trireme have managed to push through and kill off some of those fishing ship. Miracle coming through to take down some of the fishing ship, as well as these players are still kind of going on water, as we do see a chaos getting dropped there. Oh, not a chaos? Oh, I thought there was chaos. There was a chaos, but the Scarab didn't get hit. Anyways, the Scarab is out. The units pushing forward. Axemen do beat Mermillo. Age of Mythology 101, but Thea has come through. Kavoth has now got access to a very strong counter unit to the Scarab in the Flappy Bird. The Flappy Bird is very, very good, as the military barracks will end up going down here. Town center on the way for Vanellis over there, as the heavy Bareem deal with all of those Trireme nicely, and that's happy days. Hey, this upgrade, heavy Bareem, look at this. Plus 5 pierce damage. Might not seem like a lot. It's pretty big. But plus 48 hit points, and more importantly, plus 4.0 range attack. That gives these guys 16 range, which is more than the Trireme, which allows these Bareem to really clean these up very, 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 very easily. Very easily indeed. As the Miracle units pushing in over here, we see those Toxotes trying to push back. But not yet ready to get this one, as we see Helios now coming through from Musameli. Oh, dearie me. Helios is going to be an absolute terrifying god power to be dealing with at this stage of the game. Especially because I imagine we've got ourselves 100 favor exactly for Musameli. So we can make 4 or 5 Hecagigantes here to completely clean his opponent. One way you can actually do this, which is kind of cute, is you can queue up a whole bunch of Promethean while you're advancing, if you're at full population, and instead of letting them finish, you keep on cancelling them to keep your favor below 100, and then you can push up to like 120 favor, 130 favor, and get even more heavy Hecagigantes out when you advance. Just as a random idea, if you want to push above that 100 favor mark with Atlantean. It's never happened. It probably would never happen, but it's a thing. Anyways, Kavoth gone through Atlas here super fast, ready to drop that brutal god power down as Son of Osiris has come through for Nullus. Nullus has got himself his 3rd town center. He's got himself fortified citadels here. The catapult is out, and Kavoth is in, I wouldn't say a bad position, but a difficult position. He's got all these Stymphalian birds, which are relatively useless against the Son of Osiris. And he has to use them somehow, as they fly in and they immediately die. And does this one die? No. As the palace does end up going down. We still see some more boat shenanigans over here as the units just hanging in on this position. We've got Surtok with some towers here. He's waiting to push in onto this position. Miracle does have himself an earthquake now, so we'll see if he's going to use it on this position. Ragnarok's got himself fortified town centers and masons, as well as a palace here, a hill fort, some longhouses. So 1 earthquake may not be enough. Might be worth it to get yourself a metropolis or 2 out if your name is Surtok here. As more coming down, we see the hill fort up here for the Ragnaroks as well. As there's the Pegasus coming out, looking for an underworld. Always underworld. The problem is, Musameli has Vortex, so underworld is pretty hard countered here. As Nullus is doing his darndest to keep this Son of Osiris alive. There's a lot of Arcus here, though. It's very, very tough. And there's Kavoth's Atlas being dropped down. And there's the implode. The Son of Osiris makes a dart for it. I'm pretty sure it gets pulled out of the fortified. It gets pulled out of here, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have to run. And he does run. And his Son of Osiris lives. Happy days. Wait, what happened here? Hello? Catball? Jeepers, that was such a disgusting implode. That did so much damage to Nullus. Nullus is dead. It's going to be so brutal. While this is happening, though, we do see an underworld passage here. Did that vortex come in? Musameli does have a vortex. The unit's popping in here. Will Musameli overreact and cast vortex? Or does he care? There's just a handful of units here. And he goes for it. I mean, not surprised. Obviously, this is what he has to do. Oh! That was smart. The Hera comes in. Lightning Storm drops. We have ourselves some heroes here to deal with these Hecagigantes. But the Underworld Passage goes down. It doesn't matter how smart you are. You can't stop it. The Hecagigante is too strong. Nice play from Musameli. Unfortunately for Surtok, not able to make it work. Now the Underworld is gone. Fortunately, though, there is still Shifting Sands. And you can Shifting Sands your partner over somewhere crazy if you really want to. As it looks like now we've got some Miracle Hippocon onto this position. Even though, after all is said and done on that water, didn't really know who won the water. The game is very close here. The game is incredibly close. I don't know where Ragnarok's units are, but to me, it kind of looks like Ragnarok's is like 100 and... wait, hang on, let's just see. We don't even have to guess. I was going to say he's like 140 villages. 120 villages? I was going to say he's at 120 villages. That was my guess, but he's just at 101, so I'm a little bit down. I'm a little bit low on that. Because he doesn't have any fishing ships or any trade. But he's deleting units right now to build more villages out of his town centers. This Ragnarok is going to be... Is it going to be a 400 pop rag? I think it's going to be 400 pop rag. This is going to be so disgusting. Just imagine if you had Underworld and Ragnarok. How much more disgusting would that be? Musameli cast Shockwave up on this location. The Mass Arcus are here. Mass Arcus are really good at delaying, but they don't really do anything. So yeah, they're going to be able to kind of hold this position, but they don't really do anything. And the way you push through these Arcus is normally myth units of some variety, or like siege towers come and sit here or something like this. Ragnarok is researching. Yeah, why not get sieges of the time? Wait. Okay, he's getting sieges. I thought he cancelled it, but he didn't. Ooh, beautiful little Medusa stone usage there. Kills that one. You don't have to keep gathering. As soon as you click that up, how many resources do you have? Well, he doesn't have that many. While this is all going on, Musameli says, yeah, time to make some pain. The vortex coming in. Town center will go down here as Miracle is nowhere close. They do not have any sort of... Well, they do actually have a Shifting Sands here. If Nullus wants to abandon ship, he can come over here and try and defend this with his Shifting Sands, if he wants to. The other thing that he might want to consider is Shifting Sands onto the potential Titan Gate and kill that instantly. There was a Pegasus over here, but that's some pretty big brain team game ideas you've got to have. As Miracle loses his town center over here. Hippolyta goes down, more buildings getting taken out. And this might spell some very difficult times ahead for Miracle and Surtok, because they're still trying to push through this town center. They still haven't managed to take this town center down just yet. As the Heliopolis coming in here, trying to do everything. Ragnarok has got himself a Titan Gate now. Let's just see what he's at. Let's just see what he's at. Yeah, he's nearly at 120 villages. He's got 4 dwarves to build. He's got 4 dwarves to build. He's garrisoning everything. He's finishing up on that gold mine. Wait, is he building the dwarves? Yep. When are you gonna wait? Is he going for a Titan? A Wonder? A Ragnarok's Wonder? As this town center dies as well. Jesus. Nullus and Miracle are just allowing this to happen. This is so bad. This is so bad for Nullus and Miracle. They lost both their town centers. We see the Atlanta coming in here to try and take down these Hecagigantes that are still trying to push on this front over here. As we see the fortified town center going. This Medusa has done work here. A huge lot of ballast are coming in. The frost gets dropped. Ragnarok coming in. Ragnarok's has got nearly full upgrades. His Titan Gate gets thrown down here, and he's still got resources in the bank. He's got himself a little bit of favor, not quite enough for the Wonder just yet. I don't think we're going to see a Wonder, but a Wonder would be hilarious. Wait. We do see a 407 population Ragnarok, ladies and gentlemen. Is that enough of a Ragnarok, or do you want more? As Musameli casts his final vortex here, gets onto the back line of those chariot archers. Going to be taking these out very, very fast. And he doesn't even put it in a safe spot. He just builds it right here, super close to the water, easily killed. Ragnarok is just like, I'm so far in front that I don't even need these resources that I've banked up. He's got a Titan coming. He's going to have his Wonder coming up. The win condition is already unlocked. And I've been telling you for a while now. If Thor gets the chance to not have to click Rag early, you probably shouldn't. You should probably just hold it and then build a Wonder. Because your Rag, whether it hits at that point or later, the damage that it's going to deal is not that different. Especially if you've got like an underworld or something. As units wandering through, they're going to clean through all of these buildings. The red heroes are nowhere else. He's got a huge amount of trade as well, so he's going to have tons of gold income. Can buy wood, buy food as well. Can spam side builds in the back of the base here if he so chooses. He's got crazy amounts of economy. Unfortunately, no food income because he doesn't have any fishing ship, but not that big of a deal here. So these rag heroes have just... They've just soldiered through. They're just like, yeah, I want to be in here. All right, no worries. Meanwhile, over here, Kavoth still throwing up buildings. Here's Gaia, so his buildings have got infinite HP, apparently. But see, these rag heroes are going to be going straight after this town center or something. Fortified town centers plus architects are in for Miracle. As the Titan Gate comes in, Kavoth going to be getting his own Titan here. As the Ballista continue to push forward, we take a look at Ragnarok's population. He's still at 278 of 180 with tons of gold in the bank. He can wall everything off, but remember, there's still this issue of this whole entire shoreline that is open here to kill this Wonder, but it is what it is. And there's the Titan. That's a big siege weapon. Normally worth 20 population, and normally an issue that it costs. Normally it's a weakness of the Titan is the 20 pop. But if you rag, who cares? As all of these rag heroes are now saying, yeah, we'd finished with that one. Let's go to the next one. Spam this Wonder up as fast as we can. Happy days. So rag heroes are attempting to take down these camel caravans. Unfortunately, he didn't split up his heroes enough to spam buildings on the back here. I think that would be a really, really good play here, but he hasn't done that. Musameli going for his own Titan now is Ragnarok's Kavoth and Musameli's economy seemingly a little bit in front here to be able to get those Titans out first. As Nullus Miracle and Surtog struggling just a little bit here, but they have managed to defend thus far. Now, we can always say that a Titan, it's not that hard to defend against if you're playing as Greek. You just got to make yourself the heroes, heal your up layout, no problem. Titan is going to be taking a little bit of DPS here from these Miracle Trireme here. So it walks straight through and it's going to start causing some pain. But while this is going off, look at this little purple blob over here. Purple blob is up. Side build is in. Walls coming down. Nullus resigning. Miracle resigning. And Surtok resigning. They decide it's over. GG. Well played, Ragnaroks. With the brutally huge Wonder. Ragnarok's craziness. Grabbing this town center was just absolutely bonkers smart here. Surtok should not be allowing that in this matchup. He should be grabbing this one first most of the time and then grabbing this one second, but took the back one. That was kind of his mistake. Nullus and Kavoth relatively equal here. Yeah, it's always going to be a score favored for the Gaia because Gaia's got infinite resources, but that is what it is. Anyways, a really well played game nonetheless. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.